Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh launches first ever mentorship program for young innovators to mark the 75th year of India's independence. Earth's lower atmosphere is rising due to climate change, and the world's biggest whales eat 3 times more food than scientists thought. I'm Nidhi Kumar and you're watching Science Time, a show that brings to you the best that science offers, from exciting developments in science and technology to futuristic solutions. Let's move on to story number 1. Union Minister of State, Science and Technology, Minister of State, Earth Sciences, MOSPMO, Personal Public Grievances, Pensions, Atomic Energy and Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh today launched the first ever mentorship program for young innovators to mark the 75th year of India's independence. And Dr. Jitendra Singh said that under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the government is taking a number of steps to promote scientific temper among the masses, particularly the youngsters, by strengthening scientific research and innovation efforts in the country. He said this is a pan-India scheme that envisages Star College in every district of the country, supported by the Department of Biotechnology. Dr. Jitendra Singh said that DBT Star College mentorship program will help towards the concept of networking, hand-holding and outreach. The plan envisages organizing workshops, meetings per month, hand-holding at colleges, particularly in rural areas or lesser endowed areas, and conduct research outreach activities with government schools. He said the activities will enable newer colleges which will have begun their journey under the scheme to come up as per the mandate of the Star College scheme. The Star Status colleges will help in incorporating the vision of DBT towards strengthening of UG science courses throughout the country by mentoring the newer colleges through hand-holding and peer learning and bringing them under the aegis of Star College scheme, the minister added. And let's move on to story number 2. Where global temperatures are rising, and so it seems, as part of the sky atmosphere readings collected by weather balloons in northern hemisphere over the last 40 years reveal that climate change is pushing the upper boundary of the troposphere, the slice of the sky closest to the ground, steadily upward at a rate of 50 to 60 meters per decade. Researchers report on November 5th in Science Advances. Temperature is the driving force behind this change, says Jane Liu, an environmental scientist at the University of Toronto. The troposphere varies in height around the world, reaching as high as 20 kilometers in the tropics and as low as 7 kilometers near the poles. During the year, the upper boundary of the troposphere, called the tropopause, naturally rises and falls with the seasons as air expands in the heat and contracts in the cold. But as greenhouse gases trap more and more heat in the atmosphere, the troposphere is expanding higher into the atmosphere. Liu and her colleagues found that the tropopause rose an average of about 200 meters in height from 1980 to 2020. Nearly all weather occurs in the troposphere, but it's unlikely that this shift will have on a big effect on weather, the researchers say. Still, this research is an important reminder of the impact of climate change on our world. We see signs of global warming around us in retreating glaciers and rising sea levels. Now we see it in the height of the troposphere. And with that, let's take a look at story number 3. And a blue whale can grow to weigh 150 tons, nearly as heavy as 14 school buses. You don't get that big without gobbling up and popping out a whole lot of stuff. As whales eat and excrete, they keep essential nutrients cycling through the top levels of the ocean water, where they help power blooms of phytoplankton, microscopic organisms that absorb carbon and are the foundation of the marine food web. And in the past, scientists' best estimates for the quantity of whales' diets were mostly just educated guesses. But as the world's oceans get hotter and face staggering species loss, scientists needed a clearer idea of how much between whales eat to make predictions and develop solutions for the animal's survival. Now, new research published in Nature reveals that baleen whales, the group of giant marine mammals including blue fin and humpback whales, eat an average of 3 times more food per day than previously estimated. By eating more food, baleen whales play an even larger role in bolstering nutrient circulation and carbon uptake in the oceans. And with this is a wrap of this edition of Science Time. We'll be back with more interesting stories from the world of science next week. Till then, do watch Science Time every Friday at 9 p.m. only on India Science. Namaskar.